Well, I just got down to our farm. Just talked to Dad a little bit, and starting to walk back. Just taking my time. I'm gonna go sit in that stand where Brett shot his buck out of, and see if we can't get lucky tonight. See something, give us a shot, big doe or a nice buck. But I'm taking a ground blind back tonight, one of the muddy ground blinds, and I'm just gonna leave it at the base of the tree until dark. And then what I'm gonna do is after I climb down, I'm gonna set it up and have it ready for tomorrow because they're calling for rain. So this way I have the blind all set, and then I'll bring a chair with me in the morning and we'll just sit in that. The turkeys are moving through back there. Tomorrow's the start of turkey season, so stuff moves in the rain. They're not opposed to it, so hopefully if we don't get anything tonight, maybe tomorrow in the rain, we might have a good chance of something. So I'm gonna head. What I did was, as I was walking along this edge of the woods, which is right outside my parents on our farm, that whole edge of the woods is just tore up with deer tracks, and there's some scrapes coming along right over here. There's a trail that comes right out here. So what I did was I'm going to drop the ground blind right here because there's a scrape line that goes right along this edge here as well. And I'm going to drop that blind and I'm going to set it up inside that woods there for the morning, because these deer are staying down low. There's corn you can see behind me, and I'm going to set that up for the morning, and I'll sit down low in the morning, and we might catch something sneaking through this bottom, staying down close to the corn, because they're just not going up by the highway right now until they get closer in the rut. I talked with my brother, and he feels the same. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna head over here. There's a tree stand that David has had here for a long time, and we've got a cameraman stand in there as well. I'm gonna check that, make sure it's good, and I think I'm gonna sit in the cameraman stand tonight, and that'll be able to face this way and put me up a little bit higher so I can see. You never know, might get lucky and catch something coming through. They just don't seem to be moving up high, and I really can't see down here, but see, now here's a good scrape right here. They got that all tore up, and that's right inside of here is where that tree stand is. So that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna head in there. Trail going right in here. Got tracks going up this edge. So I mean, you never know. Right now they're being funny. And so we got tracks right here. That's a buck track. And there's a scrape right underneath there. So I'm gonna head in here. And there's tracks coming right in and out of here. So there's a rub. Look at this. Right here by the tree stand. There's a rub right by the tree stand there. Not a big rub, but that is it. So, all right, I'm gonna get up in this tree, and if I can get in that stand right up there, that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll see you up top. I don't like the looks of those straps on that stand, so I'm not gonna sit in that like I had hoped. But this is just as good. I can still see pretty good. I can see out into the field here. All right, well, all settled in. It's nice. It's actually probably a little too nice for my liking tonight. So we'll see how it goes. I always never know how to dress this time of the season because I just feel as though I'm overdressed, but then by the end of the night it gets cool and then I get the chills a little bit. So the benefit of not having to walk so far is I didn't get too sweated up, and we should be in good shape. And I'm just gonna sit and enjoy. I got 3 buck cages out. I got the one right here with the safe zone, and then I got 2 of them out with estrus in it. So I just spotted a hen turkey all the way out in the field. See if I can get on her with the camera. She's way out there in the tall stuff. Bunch of turkeys all the way across in the tall grass. Definitely a gobbler and a bunch of hens. Tomorrow's the opening day of turkey season. So you never know. There's a deer right here. big doe right there. Small buck. She come busting out of that patch of woods out into the field here, and she was coming down towards me. And then she stopped. She was probably only about 55 yards. And she started feeding back. And then that little buck come out, and he was in this corner back over here, and he walked back up. And she's feeding up through the tall weeds now. But I thought I heard something walking over there. It must have been them. But that's a good sign. And maybe she'll turn around and come back down here, or something else will come out. But this seems to be where they're hanging out, is down in this low patch right now. This is where most of the sign is. There's not a lot of sign up where Brett shot his buck. There's that doe out there. She's going away though. I'm just gonna grunt and see if that gets her attention. She's looking this way now. That doe's coming this way slowly. There's something up in the field behind her that's got her attention. Moving this way slow. What the heck just happened? Why couldn't she do that? when she went through the opening too quick. I couldn't get the camera on her and stop her and draw at the same time. And when she got where she was, I had too many limbs to get a shot. This guy come right in. I had him at 10 yards right here. Oh, there's another deer right there. I got deer out here, but I can barely see them. Oh, there's a good buck across the field. I got a grunt to him. That's a big buck. That's a good buck out there. Got his attention. Oh man, that's a big buck.
buck. That's one of the buck we got on camera all summer. He followed the doe right up that edge there. I don't think I would have got a shot at him up there anyway tonight, but the only thing I might have been able to do is grunt and get him to come in, because he can't hear me from here with the highway behind him. That stinks. He's nice, Bob. All right, guys, good morning. It is another beautiful morning here in Pennsylvania. Not. I am set up in a ground blind that I put out last night. And anticipation of a lot of rain today, which it's here. So we're gonna sit tight in here. I got some rain gear on. It was about 38, 39 degrees this morning when I got here, so fingers crossed that we see something today. Today is the opening of fall turkey season here in Pennsylvania. Last night I sat in a ladder stand about 200 yards to my left. Had a lot of action, had a fun night. Had 7 turkeys across the field from me, but I know where they roost, so I brought one of my Bang & Boss mouth calls with me this morning. I know down in this bottom where I'm at, the deer like to kind of hang out in here and bed, and I got standing corn over behind the camera here to my right, and beans behind me and to my left, so I saw a big buck last night across the field heading up, so he was following a doe, so I'm hoping maybe he's going to make a loop if he hasn't already, and a couple of small bucks and a couple of does. So we're going to see if we can pull this off. It's going to rain all day. It's supposed to be 100% precipitation, varying at times throughout the day, but we're in the blind. We're not going to stay completely dry with all the rain that we're going to be getting, but it's better than sitting out in the elements, and it takes care of the camera. So we're gonna sit tight and see if I can't pull this off this morning. It's a little dark in here, but we'll see what happens. I just did a little rattling. And whatnot, so I'm gonna try and do that throughout the morning. These deer might be cruising nice and slow, you never know. You can see out to the field behind me here. It's probably about 20 to 9. I still haven't seen any deer. The rain hasn't been too bad, but it's been really windy. I'm just debating what I'm gonna do for the evening. I'm sitting for a while yet. I'm gonna see what happens, but I'm debating whether or not I want to move this blind for the evening. It's not the smartest thing to do. We haven't had the blind set up, so, you know, whatever comes in is going to be, you know, on alert, so I got to be ready. But we got a little bit of rain coming down now. The wind is just not good for where I'm at. I actually need to be at the other end of this property, up in our other patch of woods where that big buck was last night. All right, well, it is just about 9:30, and I have not seen a single deer, and I just think we're in the wrong spot. And I was just talking to my brother and trying to figure out where we could maybe move this blind. It's raining, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down everything, put all the camera equipment in my Element pack from Insights, because I got that rain all-weather cover I can pull up over. It'll keep it dry. And I'm probably going to leave my bow and the tripod here on our property hidden, and I'm going to take a walk up to the upper end of our property and set this blind up somewhere that I can leave it there. I'm gonna take a walk up and figure out where to set this up for the evening, and then get out of here. I'll come back tonight and sit and see if I don't see anything. I gotta believe they're gonna move late at night. They're bedded down pretty good right now with this rain, but they're gonna want to eat, so hopefully later tonight they'll move and maybe we can get a crack at something, maybe even that big buck. Back out for the afternoon hunt. It's 2:30. Just got all settled in here, so hopefully where I move this stand to, it's gonna be at a spot where I can get a shot at something tonight. It's a little bit thick out in front of me, so I'm gonna have to pick my shots carefully, but I can see the field at least, and you know, we'll see what happens from there. But as I was walking in, I came in from where we planted our killer food plot up there, because I have a east-southeast wind, so I wanted the wind in my face as I was walking in here. Right at the food plot, first of all, on a tree that's about 10 inches, 12 inches around, there is a big rub that was not there just a couple days ago. I'm anticipating that big guy that I saw yesterday is the one who did that. And then as I came down this way, there's another rub over here that probably was just worked within the last day, because I can see it's just cleanly shaven down. You can see the bark just hanging still, and a bunch of other smaller rubs all in through here. Out in front of me here, there's a bunch of trees that are rubbed and broken. So I got the blind kind of tucked back in, got a little bit of a canopy over us. So I'm gonna have, basically my shooting's gonna be out of the two corner windows right here in front of me and the main window right here. I could probably shoot about 40 yards straight that way, as long as I can get them on camera. That's going to be the question. I may have to reposition the camera just a little bit here once we take a good look at things, but self-filming and whatnot, so we'll see how it goes. parents just now. Because I'm just sitting back in the chair like this and I can't see too far left unless I lean forward. And all of a sudden, I heard this cracking and falling. There was a tree going down, and initially I didn't know which way it was going. And I'm sitting in a ground blind, and I'm thinking, oh boy, this is it. So I quickly lean forward, and there's a big tree 30 yards in front of me here that is dead. It's hollowed out, and it was half down. It was like at a 45-degree angle, and it just fell and took another tree with it, and it's laying like half in the field right now. And that, holy cow, it scared the crap out of me. But I can see like a root ball uprooted and whatnot over there from whatever else went down with it. That was a little freaky. Not what you want to hear when you're sitting in a ground blind in the woods, because you can't really bail. Let's sit back and wait a little while. We got time. Hopefully they move though. I think I am going to start packing up because it's getting pretty dark in the blind and it's hard for me to see my pins and everything, so that's about it. We gave it a try. We braved the weather, put the blind up, got a little wet. What are you gonna do? We'll be back at 'em next week.